All right, what's going on? Welcome to the very first episode of Piston Pals, your hub for car news, reviews, and all things enthusiast talk. This is our first episode, and my name is Blair, and I'm based here in Toronto. I'm over in Canada, and joining me from across the pond in London is my co-host Andrew. We're a
How you
couple
doing?
guys, two car lovers, bringing you a unique perspective on global automotive news. So I think it's pretty cool. We got a mind in Toronto and a mind in London. Andrew is Canadian. We're both Canadian, but Andrew has moved across the pond, so he's got all the Dacia news locked into his back pocket.
Yeah, tons of it.
Every other week, we'll dive into the latest car news, highlight everything from consumer trends and gearhead favorites. We want to keep this podcast kind of geared towards kind of both kind of general consumer news as well as some interesting enthusiast news that we come across, because we enjoy those supercars and all those enthusiast cars as well as classic cars, but also the consumer trends are pretty neat as well. I like to know what's going on in the consumer market. We are not experts by any means. We have no technical background in cars. We are just two guys who just love cars. I couldn't tell you what most things do on cars as long as they go forward and backwards. I tinker every now and then. We tinker a little bit, but that's about it.
Check my oil, but yeah, check the oil, put the blinker fluid in, and yeah, that's about it. Make sure the tiki-talkies work.
Exactly. As long as you got blinker fluid, that's the big thing, right? On this week's episode, we got a pretty interesting lineup. We got the new Porsche 911 GT3, Ferrari F, and a modern twist on a classic, the Ford Capri, which I'm excited to get into. I got some interesting things to talk about, I think, on the Ford Capri all EV model. And of course, we want to hear from you guys. So as you're listening along, please make sure you leave any comments. Follow us over on social media, the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to that, like the video, and get all the comments in about the topics that we cover throughout the video. If you're listening, wherever you're listening from, please like, subscribe, rate, whatever it might be, and let us know what cars you're most excited about coming up in the future. But with all that out of the way, our intro is complete, and let's dive right in. Our first topic that we're going to talk about is Porsche's new 911 GT3. It looks a lot like the old one, to be honest, as
Yeah,
Porsches generally do.
they don't. Yeah, they've never really changed their style much. I mean, kind of like a Beetle, really. Beetle on crack.
Well,
I've always
don't
been partial to them. I've always been a big fan of them.
you've
I
always
mean,
you've always been partial to them. I have, I got a love and hate relation. I respect a Porsche or a Porsche, depending on who's listening out there. But I don't know, they've never really tickled my fancy. There is something about the 911 that does really, really get me going, but we'll get to it in a
big
couple minutes.
spoiler.
Yeah, the big spoiler.
Yeah,
But with this iteration of the GT3, they've retained the 4-liter flat six engine. Rear. They didn't go for a hybrid. I mean, it still spits out 503 horsepower, so that's quite potent. I think the design. I mean, it's a classic design, right? It looks the same. It always looks the same. It's looked the same for about 20 years or so. I'm
yeah,
sure Porsche enthusiasts would tell me differently, but overall, I think it's okay. I think it's a good looking car.
yeah. I mean, it's a at the end of the day, it's Porsche. I mean, I, there's really not a whole lot to say about it. If they haven't changed much on it, they've gotten, a few extra horsepower here and there. I mean, but other than that, I mean, just another German car, just another run-of-the-mill Porsche. They have all these other companies making so many changes to their engines, and Porsche has just said, you know what? Yeah, keep it the same. It's fine. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But they're not. They're
Yeah, and I
also not.
think
They're also
go
not
ahead.
taking that step into the extra. You know, they're not going the extra mile that all these other companies are going and putting in a petrol and a hybrid motor or a electric motor. They're not doing anything to kind of keep up with the moving trend. So I think they're just trying to be a little bit more traditional. They're trying to stick to what they're good at. Not to say that they wouldn't be good at making an electric motor or a hybrid motor, but you know,
Yeah, I mean, I think that that really speaks to, it's a car. It's first of all, it's expensive, right? And the 911 GT3 is what we're specifically talking about, and I think it's coming in somewhere in the 150,000 pound range, something like that.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
it's an expensive car, right? But ultimately, at the end of the day, the people that are buying them, I think, are probably Porsche purists, and I think they
Yeah.
probably like the petrol engine. The one thing that I really like about the GT3 is that they haven't gone straight to a dual clutch yet. You can still get it in a 6-speed
Yeah.
manual, and I think that really gives you the driving experience that I think the people that are buying that vehicle are looking for.
Yeah.
From everything
Definitely.
I've heard from people that have a Porsche, they like the way they drive, they like the driving dynamics, and I think the 6-speed really just adds to that. Now, something that they've done, and now I don't know who was asking for this, but they've added a touring version with an optional rear bench. And
Oh
apparently
yeah.
Porsche said that this is something that people have been asking for. But
Uh,
who that has a Porsche is like, you know what I really need? I really need to have a back seat.
well, I mean, if I had a lot of money and needed a four-seater car, sure, why not? I got two kids. Throw them both in the back seat. They're small enough; they'll fit there till they're about 10 years old. And then you got to get a new one. Maybe then I'll go to a bigger vehicle. But I guess the people that still want to have that option, let's. I don't know. I don't know what full-size adult you're going to fit in the back of a 911. But that I don't know. Are they making that car a bit longer? Is the touring version slightly longer than the standard two-seater?
From what I understand, I think the same.
So
Now,
they're just
traditionally, a 2+2 has an extended wheelbase, but from what I understand, I think it's the same.
oh, okay.
But
So,
if you want a back seat, get a Panamera.
yeah, but then you sacrifice your traditional Porsche look. Then you've
Yeah, but
lost
you're
your
not
purist base, right? But I mean, you're not. Who the hell is looking
no,
at a Porsche
you're not fitting anyone back
Panamera?
there, right?
No, and no one really wants to get in the back of one of those, anyways. You kind of
So what is that? Just a place to put your bag? You got you and
maybe,
the
yeah,
wife in the car, just a place to put your bag.
yeah. Your suitcase full of money. I don't know. I mean, th how many groceries are you fitting in the front of that boot? Do they still call it a boot at the front of the car? I don't know. It's kind of
A frunk?
that's
I think the kids are
a,
saying a
a,
frunk
a,
these days.
a front.
Yeah, yeah, a front
Yeah, I
trunk.
mean, we've seen numerous times with cars like that. Anyways, I mean, you ain't fitting much in them. There's not a lot of room for that. Maybe a couple bottles of water. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really see the practicality in a back seat of a Porsche. I mean, yeah,
Now, I think traditionally behind the seats, there is generally just empty space. Like there's not generally seats behind the front seats. There's just like an empty
yeah,
space where you can still put stuff. But
yeah.
now I guess there's just two buckets back there.
Maybe for dog lovers.
I guess get your dog in the back. Yeah, that's true. People and their damn dogs, honestly. They'll
Can't
take their
seem to go
dog.
to
People
a.
will take their dog anywhere.
You can't go and get a coffee now in town without having a dog sitting in the cafe next to you. So I mean, everyone's taking a dog with them somewhere, and all these places just letting them in. So yeah, maybe they gotta have a doggy seat. But
People will take their
you,
dog literally anywhere. I was a couple months ago, no, early October, I think I went to it's called Pingle's Farm. It's a
oh
farm.
yeah, Pingle, yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
why
yeah,
I'm trying to
Pingle's Farm
describe a
Market.
farm. It's a farm.
Yeah,
But anyways, it
yeah,
has
yeah.
like, pumpkin patch, you pick your fruit, corn maze, people and their dogs everywhere. And then the year before last, we were sitting eating, and this dog just walks up, drops a giant deuce right next to where we're eating, and the owner doesn't even pick it up.
Well, it's a farm. Why do you need to? It's fertilizer for all your corn.
Yeah, this is just on the lawn, man. Just on the lawn. We were
Oh
just on
well,
the lawn eating our food. This guy comes up, drops a deuce, and the owner's like, "Nah, I'm not gonna pick that one up."
nah, no need, no need.
But
Probably didn't
anyways,
have enough
people
room
and
in
their
his.
dogs.
Probably not enough room in his Porsche for those bags.
That's true. That's true. Something that Porsche has introduced is the Weissach pack. Probably not saying that right, but anyways, a lightweight package for the cool price of only 16,000 pounds. You can reduce the weight by 9 kilos. That's basically almost 2,000 pounds a kilo. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. They're calling it carbon fiber reinforced plastic, magnesium wheels, and an optional roll cage. These are all carbon fiber reinforced plastic pieces. And if you really want to get the 9 kilogram weight reduction, it's going to cost you 15,500 pounds. It's already coming in pretty light. I think it's hovering around 1,400 kilos, so not a very heavy vehicle. I mean, unless you're racing F1, I don't know if 9 kilos is really going to change the performance of the vehicle too much, unless you're tracking it around,
package.
right?
Yeah. I
Right.
don't know.
So
Yeah. I mean, do you really, 9 kilograms for? Don't even know. Don't even know what the curb weight of this car is. What, 1,400 kilos maybe?
yeah, 1,400
Just
kilos.
over.
Yeah.
So 9
Yeah.
kilos, cool. I mean, 9 kilos off, and I'm gonna put 60 kilos worth of kids in the back seat.
Yeah. Exactly. I think.
I mean,
Yeah, I think you're splitting hairs at that point.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Unless you're buying it specifically for, I'm gonna take this to the track. I'm gonna be racing this thing. Then sure, go ahead, knock yourself out, drop 16.
Yeah, I'm firing this sucker around the Nürburgring every other Saturday.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even.
I mean, hey, to each their own. To each their own. The package
What
is
about?
available. If you want less, if you want 9 kilos less, take the package.
Yeah, fair. Okay, cool. But
But
then
ultimately, I think.
you're
Go
already
ahead.
spending about 150K on this car, and then what? You're gonna put on nearly another 20,000 onto the car just because you want to save a little bit of weight. But though I don't see the point. A bit of a weird flex from Porsche, is it not?
A little bit, I
So
guess. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, true.
you're not designing a race car. That's for the race cars.
Well, I mean, GT3 is the closest race car that Porsche provides, right? Like for the
Yeah,
consumer market.
yeah, but yeah, fair. Okay.
You know, if they were like, here's 16,000, here's a 9 kilo weight reduction on the standard 911, then you probably just laugh it off and be like, okay, well, I'm just getting this car so I can say I got a Porsche 911, just driving it around town. Because people love driving their Porsches all year round. Like even in Toronto where it snows, they're just firing their Porsches out, fresh
Yeah,
snowfall. These guys are just
yeah,
wheeling around.
yeah. The only expensive sports car you'll see on the road during a blizzard. That's for sure.
The Porsche, exactly.
Yeah, and they don't
Exactly.
even put winter tires on it.
No, they're just wheeling around.
Low profs and
But
everything.
I am interested to know from like the Porsche purists, Porsche enthusiasts, what do you think keeps Porsche's 911 GT3 at the top of the performance market? And what do you guys think of the 911 GT3, this 2024 edition? So please let us know in the comments. Wherever you're listening, let us know what you think of the Porsche 911 GT3. Honestly, I respect it. If I had that money, I would never buy one, but that's just because I'm a Porsche hater.
Yeah, I suppose so. I don't know. I'd probably take one just for fun. Minus that weight loss. No need for that. Just to say you got a Porsche, I think.
True, true. Now, if there's something that you really want to be like, here's a flex. I have one of these. The Ferrari F80.
Hmm.
Maranello's hybrid hypercar. This thing is absolutely insane. If you haven't seen it yet and you're watching on YouTube, we'll put a little something up right here to take a look at it. But man, this thing is the successor, I guess, to the Enzo Ferrari. No, there was another one.
This is the
What
La
was the last one?
Ferrari. This is the successor to the La
Yes,
Ferrari.
yes, yes, the LaFerrari.
So,
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
one
I
I
mean, this
wasn't too
thing,
big on, but this one's nice. This has got all the
this
bells and whistles. This is like born and bred, ready to race. Take me to the Nürburgring is what it's saying.
Yeah, if you ever wanted to race F1 and you're like, I've never made it in F1, but I have 2.6 million pounds sitting around,
Yeah,
then get the F80. This thing has a 3-liter V6, which
yeah,
some people are going to be like, it's a V6. I want a V8. I want a V10. But anyways, V6 producing 888 horsepower. Do you think they're in there like, oof, we just got 886? You know, it'd be a nice number if we got 888.
I mean, it would be
Let's
a
tune it up a couple
nice.
more. Let's get that couple more horsepower so we can say 888.
That's a
But if
nice number,
888
though.
wasn't enough, then it fires in twin electric motors for an additional 282 horsepower, which gives it 1,170 horsepower. 0 to 62 miles an hour in 2.15 seconds. and that is insane. That's insane.
For a big boat like it is a big car in terms of supercar or hypercar, if they want to call it that now. I mean, this thing's just got everything. It's even got what have they brought back? They got what's it called? It's slipped my mind. Downforce. The
Oh
F1
yeah,
had it. They brought it in. They got rid of it. What was it called? That was
a ground effect.
ground effect. There we go. That's the one I'm thinking of. They brought
Yeah.
this
So
thing
the
in. So
F.
it's you know
Oh, so this F80 at 155 miles an hour is generating 1,000 kilograms of downforce.
it's pretty insane.
It's crazy.
I mean,
1,000 kilograms of downforce at 155 miles an hour. It has a MGUK, MGU, which is technology typically seen in F1 cars. It has torque vectoring, enhanced handling, and yeah, I mean it's insane. I love the look of it. I like the rear end. I like that. It kind of reminds me of like kind of like a Stingray, Manta Ray kind of. I don't know. The back end
yeah,
is just so sleek.
yeah,
Where the
definitely.
the engine compartment has those holes for
The little
obviously cooling,
louvers.
but
Yeah.
yeah, the louvers. I think it's a cool vehicle, man. I think it's really cool. I think
Oh,
I
yeah.
wasn't a fan. I don't know. I know people are gonna hate me for this, but the Enzo Ferrari I wasn't really a fan of. I thought it was a cool car for the time, but I wasn't nearly over the moon as much as other people. The LaFerrari was okay, but this thing, the F80, oh my goodness.
Hmm. Yeah, I think I would agree with you on that. I mean, yeah, the Enzo to me was always just a pretty car. It was just the one that you wanted. You know, how old were we when it came out? We were only teenagers, so I think that was the kind of thing I
Oh,
wanted on
if
the
that.
wall. And then before that, we were even younger. The F50 came out. That thing was just a bucket of bolts, really, in supercar world. But I mean, I honestly thought the F50 was one of the coolest cars. I would say the F50 was better than the Enzo. And I know a lot of people will disagree, and obviously, yes, the performance and statistics on the car would say so as well. But I think in terms of looks, that car was iconic in my childhood. But this thing coming out now is just so many miles ahead. It's got the two electric motors in it, which are now, getting rid of that turbo lag. It's now, you've it's basically just it gets the car moving a whole lot quicker than just your standard combustion engine. So it's just straight power to the ground now with these engines in it. And it's just I don't know, I think it's pretty cool, man.
I think it's really cool. I think the front end, the headlights of the front end kind of give it like a classic kind of retro look from like
Mhm.
the 90s. Because I
Yeah,
think some of the Ferraris in the 90s kind of had an interesting look, these early 2000s, and I think the headlights at the front really add to that. I think it really gives it a retro kind of nostalgic look for me anyways.
yeah, definitely.
But you know, the McLaren W1 just recently released couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, 2 months ago, something like that. But
Yeah.
this would probably be the exact direct competitor to the McLaren U1. I think the
Oh, 100%.
W1 looks cool. That's the successor of the P1 and the W1. Can you believe like the P1 was like 12, 15 years ago, I think
Was it
it
really?
came out? Yeah, yeah, I
I
think so.
didn't
I
think. Geez, that's a
think it
lot
was
longer
something
than I
like that. I
thought.
think it was like, yeah, 2012, something like
Oh
that.
wow.
2000, yeah. Early 2010s for sure. But anyways,
Okay.
I think this F80 looks better than the W1. Although the W1 I
Yeah.
think looks great.
I mean,
That spoiler on the W1 is insane.
hmm yeah. I think the McLarens. I don't know. Ever since they dropped what was it, the MC? Once that came out, I
Yeah.
thought that was just everyone was like, "Oh wow, cool, McLaren! Like they got such an amazing car." I always just thought that McLarens kind of lacked that wow factor that you get from, Ferrari or Lamborghini. But even saying Lamborghini this time around, what's their new car called? I can't remember the name of it now. Um, it, don't
Oh,
even
they're
think that
Italian
really
and
matters.
I can't pronounce them anyways, but geez.
Yeah, but they're their predecessor to the Aventador, or is this
Successor.
this is the successor to the Huracan? Don't know. I like the looks of it, but it's not. It doesn't. I don't think it stands up to Ferrari this time. I think it's nowhere close.
Well,
But yeah, I
I
mean,
don't know because I mean we're looking this. this is the F80 right now. And, you know, I think there's a couple of Ferraris that are coming out right now that I think they're okay. I mean,
Hmm.
I'm always a Lamborghini. I'm a Lamborghini fanboy, so I like, you know, I'm always
Yeah,
on the Lamborghini train.
I would
But
100%.
yeah, but if we're talking just this F80, looks really good and it should perform really well. And if you're a
Yeah.
passenger and you're short, well, too bad. The fixed passenger seat, it doesn't move, so you're stuck sitting in however that seat is positioned. Only the driver has the ability to move it forward and backwards, so you're probably out of luck. How do you feel about them dropping to a V8 though, or V6? Sorry.
I think I think that's just the way that everything's going now, and I mean, I don't hate it, but again, yeah, I don't know. I think the the V12s, the V10s, I think they were just iconic in their own. I think that's an era that's now gone, and I think most of us are. I mean, any car enthusiast now is just gonna kind of, well, whatever. It is what it is. We had that. It's now moved on to this. I think with what these companies are doing now with the engines, I think they'll outperform the V12s and V10s by miles. But I don't think you'll ever get that same feeling or same excitement of firing up one of those engines. Um, but yeah, I don't know. That being said, I think they're still pretty cool on their own. I think with what they can do with them. Um,
Yeah, but
yeah,
you'll get the excitement when you put your foot down though in one of these hybrid tech vehicles.
yeah, 100%. I think personally, I'd like to see them continue this whole combination of a petrol engine and a hybrid or an EV kind of engine. I just I don't know. I've got a whole different mindset on EV vehicles as it is, but I
Well,
don't know. I just
hold that thought, hold that thought,
I'll
hold
hold
that
that.
thought.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah,
stick
well,
a pin
hold
in
on the
that one.
EV vehicles. It's a little
But yeah,
spoiler, a little glimpse into what's to come. But yeah, the F80, there will only be 799 units. So if you got 2.6 million pounds sitting in your pocket,
yeah,
I'd suggest
yeah,
contacting Ferrari. I mean, they're probably all sold out. They already, you know, basically Ferrari has an exclusive list that's like, hey, we're releasing this F80. Do you want one? And then
yeah.
any other rich people could be like, oh, you know what, Ferrari, I might want one too. That's how I just
So if
assume all
you're
rich people talk. They're like, oh, I would want a Ferrari too.
so if you're one of these elite people and you're listening to this podcast, give us a shout. Let us know what it's like if you get one.
Yeah, exactly.
And
If for some reason
maybe
one of these elite people are listening to this podcast, yeah, let us know.
swing by, take me for a ride if you want. I won't say no.
Exactly. If you're in Toronto or London, let me know. Let us know. Let us know.
I don't think I'll see one anytime soon, though. I've never seen a LaFerrari in person, so I don't think I'll see one of these.
Oh, we're just not going to the right spots. I think if we peruse London and Toronto a little bit, we'll see a little something something every now and then.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah.
But so I mean, Ferrari's been into hybrid tech for a little while now, but this is really their bold step into performance innovation and really taking it by the grabbing it by the horns and going, okay, we're in twin electric
Yeah.
motors,
Yeah.
1170 horsepower, right?
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Is Ferrari's foray into hybrid tech a compromise, going from V10, V8 to a V6, or ultimately is it a bold step forward in performance innovation? My take is, I mean, this is the way it's going. Tech.
Yeah.
I love seeing new tech, so I think this is really cool, and
Yeah.
I want to see more exciting tech. So, let us know what you think. Comments down below, or wherever you can leave a comment. Tag us in whatever Twitter, something like that. X. I think kids are saying X these days. I don't know. But now you can unleash all your EV thoughts because the Ford Capri EV has been announced and it's coming. And Ford is, Ford is huge in the U.S. market and in Europe. I think Ford has done really well in Europe lately. I was just down in the States in September, and I mean, if you're living the rest of the world and you're like, how the heck are these American manufacturers surviving? Just go to the U.S. Everyone and their dog has an American vehicle.
No one buys
But
Ford down there.
yeah, exactly. What do you call this Toyota? But the Capri, it's interesting because, you know, there's been a few companies. Dodge has done this. They brought back the Dart. It doesn't look anything like a Dart from the 70s or 60s, but they brought back the Dart. This Capri doesn't look anything like the Capri from the same time frame. But I think the naming strategy is interesting because you kind of attract that nostalgia kind of thing with consumers, but I just don't know if it's hitting in the right way. Because I can tell you that, you know, Dodge has the Dart. It has the Hornet. The Hornet is an SUV. I don't know what that is, but the Dart, I don't know, but the Dart.
The Dart was just, I don't know, man. It straight up reminded
It's a
me
little
of
compact
Dodge
car.
Neon.
It's just a little compact car.
Yeah, I think they're trying to, you know, they're going after the boomers and thinking, you know what, we need to get these guys buying our cars again. Let's get them all excited about a Capri or a Dodge Dart, you know. You tell your dad about a Dodge Dart, and he'd be like, "Oh yeah, that was a cool car back in the day. You know, back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, we all thought they were really cool cars." You know, but don't know. I think, like you said, I don't think they're really hitting the market with them, and thinking that, you know, they're all gonna jump on it and be like, "Yeah, I need to get myself an electric vehicle that's called a Capri." I don't think they live up to the name.
Now, here's where I think the Capri is going to differentiate itself from the Dart. The Dart was released. It was a compact car. Nothing cool about it. The only cool thing about it was the name. That's about it. It didn't have like a
Yeah,
performance model. I mean, it had a performance model, but it wasn't for performance. It was just like you went from
they
like
just
100 and something
yeah
horsepower to like 100 and something else horsepower, and it wasn't a performance model.
they
The
put an
Capri,
SRT
however,
badge on it.
yeah, slap an SRT badge on it and call it a, you know, whatever it is. But the Capri, however, I think the Capri is interesting. I think I like the look of it. I mean, it's basically a Polestar 2. It does look like a Polestar, but it has a Ford badge on it. And it's like, they call it like this coupe SUV type thing, but it's essentially just like a tallish car.
Well, that's what I thought. Don't know. I don't know if. Yeah, I think we'll think differently on this vehicle altogether. I I get that mixed vibe from it. Like you said, the SUV. Does it want to be an SUV? Does it want to be a car? It's like the Ford Mackie. Is the Ford Mackie? They slapped a Mustang emblem on it, and I was like, "Is this thing a Mustang or is it a Mackie?" And I didn't realize it was actually a Mackie until someone called it that, and I was like, "What kind of a
Is
silly name
that
is that?"
what the kids are calling them over in the UK? A Mackie?
Is it? Well, what do they call it there? Is it not
I
called
think it's
that?
called a Mach. I think it's called a Mach E.
A Mach E. Maybe. Maybe I'm just saying it wrong. I'm not a part of the in crowd, so I wouldn't know. But
You know, like
uh,
when a fighter jet flies at Mach 1, Mach 2.
yeah. Well, that's what I see. I called it that when it first started. I was like, "Oh, it's called a Mach 1," and then I was like, I heard an advert or something, and someone's like, "Oh, the Ford Mackie," and I was like, "What? The
Okay, maybe
stupid
maybe
name?"
they say Mackie over there. I don't know, but here in North America, it's called the Mach E.
Okay.
Sorry, continue.
No, well, I mean, well, that was about it, really. I mean, they, it's a smushed SUV. It's got a flat top. It's, you know, it kind of says, "Yeah, I want to be a little." Yeah, look at the old Capri. It was tiny. It was a shoebox that had a good engine in it, and it was like, "Oh, cool. This is a." If you didn't have a lot of money to spend on a sports car or a muscle car, this is your kind of like entrance to a muscle car, I'd think. But now it's like it wants to be a mid-size SUV, but it's also wanting to be a little car. It's like, well, I don't know. I think it looks kind of silly. I think I'm not big. I'm just gonna say I'm not a big fan of it. I don't like it.
Okay, not a big fan. Don't like it, but I think it will tickle a market though, because I think it's a perfect size vehicle for Europe, right? Because you know Europeans they don't drive big cars. Generally
No.
speaking, they don't drive big cars. If they want to get big car, they get like an I don't know A6 Estate or something like
Well,
that.
you'd be surprised. There's a lot of people over here with Ford Rangers.
Yeah, but
They're
it's still
pretty
not a
cool.
big car. It's a
No, not
Ranger.
big. It
They're
looks
not
big on
wheeling
the
around
road
an
too.
F1,
No, no.
right? So
Yeah.
now we've talked a lot about the way it looks. I think the look is okay. It looks like a Polestar, to be honest. But I think where it has some it has some interesting performance. There's a couple models. There's a rear wheel drive model, 286 horsepower, and then there's an all wheel drive model with 340 horsepower. Again, it's EV, all electric, so that's pretty good power for all electric. It's going to be getting you from point A to point B pretty quickly. I think the boot is okay, 1,500 liters, so a pretty sizable boot. And the range I think I saw was pretty decent, 600 something kilometers or like 340 miles, I guess. So that's pretty good on a charge. I think that was the all-wheel drive extended range model.
But again, is this gonna be overestimated by your manufacturers again? It seems like a big problem that a lot of these companies have. They're like, oh yeah, full charge, 500 miles, no problem. Yeah, you can do it. And it's like, well, but then you're planning your whole journey out. Where are we gonna stop for a charge? Where are we gonna stop for a charge? It's not like a you can't just pop into every petrol station and expect them to have a charge station. No, I don't
Well,
know.
I mean, the infrastructure for charging is coming a long way, right? There's a lot
Yeah.
more infrastructure going around, but ultimately, yeah, I don't, I just recently bought a new car. I haven't got it yet, but I bought a hybrid vehicle. I wasn't about to go full electric because I don't like the idea of stopping and having to wait for 20 minutes for my car to charge so that I can go another
Mm.
X amount of miles or kilometers and then I have to charge again. So I brought a hybrid vehicle. I got a hybrid SUV. Probably has a range somewhere in like that 8 to 1,000 kilometer uh, area. So I'm gonna be going a long time. But then when I need to get gas, I'm just gonna stop in, fill up for gas for 5 minutes, and carry my way.
Mm.
I just don't think the infrastructure is quite there. The technology is quite there yet. I don't know if the tech will ever get there where you can charge your vehicle in 5 minutes because that's like a lot of energy that has to go into that battery in like such a short amount of space. But no, I'm no engineer, so what do I know? I did see somewhere, I believe in Norway, they were taking a portion of highway. I think it was gonna be like a kilometer or two of highway, and they were
Mm.
electrifying the highway, so that way you can wirelessly charge while you're driving.
Well, that's pretty cool, actually.
Now, if that was a thing, and you're driving down the 401, sorry, when you're stopped on the 401, your car's just driving. Your car's just charging up.
It's like putting your phone on that charge pad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But in
And
this
you,
case, you're putting your car on the charge pad.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if Toronto's got that kind of money though. That's a lot of money for that city. Maybe
I was just,
maybe
I would,
somewhere.
I was just saying, I was just an example. If you were driving down a highway and it was,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was,
yeah,
it
yeah.
was
Yeah.
charged, I don't have to worry about charging my car at home. Yeah, I mean that's
Mm.
probably fine. Even make it a toll road. You got to pay
Yeah,
to get on the road and you can charge,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, I mean, there's probably someone out there thinking of an idea like that. I mean, they did have what solar panel roads at one point somewhere. Wasn't that a German thing? I think they
Probably
were
those Germans.
crafty.
They're crafty.
But
They're crafty.
um,
But I think the interior of the Capri looks pretty cool. I think
yeah.
it's I can't think of the word right now, but I think it looks good. I think it's probably going to be utilized really well. I think it looks like the driver sits in a good spot in terms of being able to see everything go in the interior, but it does look like a Polestar from like the front, from like the A pillar to the rear. It looks like a Polestar.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Still a electric vehicle in my mind at the end of the day. But
And you're not
that
on
being
board with the
said,
electric vehicles.
not really. I don't know. I haven't completely. I don't know. I don't know if I'm ever gonna like them, unless we entirely switch to electric vehicles one day and I'm forced to have no other choice but to drive one. But I think until then, I think I'll still be in the mindset of petrol car or a hybrid car. You're still gonna get the most feel out of it, the most enjoyment out of it. Uh, I think you still get personality in them. I don't think the electric cars have personalities. I don't think that maybe it's just me. They really just don't tickle my fancy. Um,
Yeah, I mean that's your
but
prerogative. I think they're cool. I wouldn't buy one because I didn't just buy one, but I think they're
mhm.
cool in the tech area of it.
Yeah, I do respect some of the tech. I do. Um, you know what they're doing with them. I kind of respect them in that sense. But I mean, in terms of the marketing and everything, I'm not there. But yeah, they are pretty neat with what they can do with the electric cars now, and their batteries have come a long way since Tesla first released the Model S.
Or the Nissan Leaf.
Or the Nissan Leaf, which I remember we went to what was a Toronto Auto Show years ago when they first released that thing, and that little shoebox I think had a price tag on it of like $43,000.
Yeah, I
And
think it's still
it
43,000. I don't think it's changed. Like it's been out for 20 years, hasn't changed.
and that's just like that. I just think that's a silly looking thing. I'm like, who's you got $43,000 to spend, and you're going out and saying, I want a Leaf. Fair enough.
Yeah, but it
Maybe
was cool, man.
I suppose so. Maybe for someone.
I didn't need to put gas in it. I could
There's
just
a
plug it in.
there's a mom or a dad or a grandma somewhere that thinks, yeah, that Leaf is a cute car.
But just jumping back to the Capri and the name and the namesake of the Capri or the nameplate of the Capri, what do you guys think? Do you feel the use of classic car names on EVs enhances the brand, or does it dilute the legacy of the car? In the Capri, to be honest, haven't really been up on the Ford's classic car scene. I'm more of a Chevy, Buick, Dodge kind of classic car guy. But so I don't really care. Call it a Capri, sure. If that gets more people looking at your car.
Yeah,
Thoughts?
that's all I want to know. Yeah, I think there's just a split. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what people are interested in now. Maybe I'm just a bit. Maybe I'm. I don't know. I don't like. I'm not old. I'm not old. Oh, but maybe I have an old mindset. I'm
I'm not
not
old.
old.
Whoa, I'm not old. Don't call me old. I'm not old.
But I think that maybe my mindset is still just getting a little bit locked into the old petrol engines. Petrol is God. You'll never change it sort of thing. But I don't know. I'm curious just to see what everyone else thinks as well. See what the
Yeah, let us know. Let us know what you think of using the classic car names on EVs or just on any new cars. Just re-establishing that old name. So let us know in the comments below. You guys got a lot of things to talk about in the comments, so make sure you're dropping those comments and letting us know. All right, so this will be a little bit of more of a rapid fire kind of thing. This is going to be cars that are coming in 2024. So 2024, it's November now. So we're going to see if these cars have come out, what we think of them, and which one we would like in our driveway. So I'm just gonna rapid fire these car names at you. You tell me if you like them, dislike them, and if you would buy one. All right?
all right. Oh, are you asking me or
Okay.
are you asking them?
I'm asking you.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, they can join in the fun in their heads because we can't hear them. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Fiat Abarth 600e electric Fiat.
Uh, no.
No. Okay, that's a no. Yeah, I'm not buying. It's too small. Alfa Romeo Junior. Haven't seen this thing. Probably will never buy an Alfa Romeo.
Nah, I don't think I'm into it. They look all right, but it's not
They
for me.
look cool, but it's going to look really cool in the service bay most of the time.
Yeah, yeah.
The Alpine A290. This
I
is
mean, it
more.
looks cool.
Yeah,
It
it
looks
looks
cool,
cool.
but it's French. I don't. Not nothing against the French, but I mean, I don't know. They just don't have a good reputation for making cars at the moment. There's a lot of.
Whether that's consumer vehicles or F1 performance.
Well, I mean, the F1 performance. You want to go that route? They're driving tractors, but okay. But I don't know. Apart from it looking cool, no, I wouldn't buy it.
All right, Aston Martin Valhalla.
Is this thing all electric? I don't remember.
No, it is a 4-liter twin turbo V8 engine.
I mean, it'd be silly not to say no to it. I mean, yeah, if I had the money, I'd put it in my collection somewhere. There's an
Exactly.
Aston Martin. Aston Martin, you can't go wrong with them, I don't think. I mean,
It's
they've
true.
just
A
been
four
so.
4-liter twin turbo V8. I mean, that's still a V8,
They've
man. That's
been.
still a V8.
They're spot on with everything they make, in my opinion. But that's probably a biased opinion. No,
Now, I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
I haven't seen
If
a
I was to
bad.
buy,
I
if I
haven't
was to
seen a
buy
bad
a
one yet.
supercar, I'm buying an Aston Martin.
Unless it's the Rapide, I don't want that. I don't want to afford them.
Yeah, I don't want the repeat. No, I don't want that. I don't want that either. And I don't want the V either.
Oh, come on now. Okay. I'll give them that one. That's like a Ford Kuga on crack. It's a nice.
It is kind of actually. It is. You're right. I
I
had a Kuga. I rented a Kuga. No, a Kuga or a Puma. Maybe it was a Puma.
Oh, it might be the Puma. The Puma is a smaller one. That's right.
Yeah, I rented
Yeah.
the Puma when I was in Portugal back in May.
Did you? What'd you think of
Yeah,
it?
yeah. It was pretty
Is it
good.
all
I
right?
liked it. I
Yeah.
liked it. It did
Okay.
the
All
job.
right.
I can't remember. I think it was I think it was a Puma. I think it was a Puma. But yeah, we liked it. It was good. We had 5 people,
Okay.
5 adults. It was pretty good.
Oh, that's all right.
Fit
Okay.
all our luggage in. It was a good car.
Nice.
Great car, especially for traveling through Portugal. It was still small enough to maneuver some of those little tiny streets, but yeah, it was really good.
Okay. Well, if you got 200 and some odd thousand plus and you want to drop it on an SUV, there you go. There's your car. Buy yourself the new Aston Martin. But that's not the one at
Uh,
hand. So the Valhalla, yeah, I'd put the Valhalla in my collection if that's what you want to know.
true.
Yes.
Audi A5.
I'm a sucker for Audis. I feel
Yeah,
like
you're
maybe I'm
taking
just
it.
a
You're
fa-
taking it. You're
I'm
taking it.
taking it.
I'm taking it as the estate model
Oh, you
because
want
I've never
this?
been
Oh
so
yeah,
horny.
definitely. Yeah. Yeah, I want that
Yeah.
big boot space.
Oh yeah, give me the boot space. Audi A6 e-tron. We're gonna skip that one because he doesn't like EVs.
Yeah.
Audi Q6 e-tron. He doesn't like EVs, so we're gonna skip that one. BMW
I think
M Touring.
okay, maybe. 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 I don't know. Don't know what else to say about the BMW M5. Ah, It's
4.4 liter twin turbocharged V.
okay. It sounds nice, doesn't it? It does sound nice,
Yeah,
but
it's
I don't
and
know.
it's a state. It's got a
I don't
big
know.
boot.
I'm just not a huge fan of BMWs. I don't know if I'd really want it that bad. I think
All
there's
right, give me the
plenty other
A6
cars
Avant
that would.
instead. Give me the RS6.
Yeah. Okay.
Give me the Audi
Yeah.
RS6 Avant.
Yeah.
I'll take that instead.
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay, a
Please.
little consumer vehicle. Citroen
Citroen. Here you
E
go. Another French car for you.
C3.
No, thank you.
Okay, to only 22,000 pounds though. 22,000
Oh
pounds
yeah,
in the
only
UK.
yeah, for unreliable electric car. Yeah, good.
It's only got a 199-mile range. Or this one,
Fantastic.
you can get a cheaper offering, 124
Yeah.
miles.
Oh great. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but an
If I live,
EV at 22,000 pounds, that's not too bad for an EV.
well, if I plan on living in a tiny little village somewhere in the middle of nowhere and don't want to go anywhere else, then okay, cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
fine.
exactly. If you're in a little small town in France,
Yeah, yeah.
the Cupra Tavascan.
Okay, Cooper's kind of I saw them here for the first time. I was confused at first because I was like, what the hell is a Cupra? Believe people might correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I believe they're like Infinity is to Nissan, right? They're a Spanish make. They're from Seat, but they're Seat's like premier version of or premier model car. I think they're pretty cool looking.
I saw a couple when I was in Portugal, and I was like, what the heck is that thing?
Yeah. But their adverts really. Yeah, I like their adverts. I'll take a Cupra. I don't know what it is.
If there's
I
one
don't
thing we
know
can
much
say about a
it.
Cupra, we like their adverts.
But yeah,
All right.
so you put that one in for me.
Dacia Duster.
Oh yeah. Don't know, man. They're
20,000 pounds.
yeah, but it's made in Romania.
That's why it's 20,000 pounds.
I haven't heard many good things about Dacia's. I mean, but James May raved about a Sandero. I mean, but that's James May raving about a Sandero. Nah, I don't think I'd want a Duster.
Okay, we're dusting the Duster. Get it out of here. Dacia Spring. Okay, same thing. It plugs into the front. Any car that plugs in directly into the front, get it out of here.
It's got bicycle wheels on it too, so no thanks.
Why are you plugging into the front?
Oh, why not?
What if I park in reverse? Now I got to bring my cord all the way around and park it in the
Don't
front.
park-
Just put it as a normal plug-in port on the side.
You're one of
Don't
those.
start-
You're one of those drivers, and this is the one thing about your driving that always kind of annoyed me was your obsession with having to reverse into a parking spot. I don't know if you do that because you like to, or if it's
Well, who-
convenient for.
Who likes to reverse out of a parking spot? You can't see anything.
I don't mind. Whoever's behind me, get out of the way. I'm reversing here. I got lights on the back of the car that are telling you so. If they
No,
were.
no. I'm reverse
I don't
parking
check that.
everywhere I go.
But
I
don't know,
I can't even tell you if I can forward park.
Yeah. We'll test you on that one sometime. Well, get that car, and tell me how it works out for you.
This is why I can plug it into the front. Yeah, great.
Yeah,
Ford
yeah.
Capri, we've already talked about it. Andrew's not going to take that thing in a million years. What about the Ford Exploder?
I think you said it right the first time. Don't know, man. They're Ford Explorers. I never had anything good to say about them. Never really had anything awful to say about them. But I mean, they're not really my thing.
I
I'm
don't
all
know. They're
right.
huge. They're huge. I was watching a review of one the other day. The interior is quite nice. I think it's a quite nice vehicle. I think it's a little expensive for the segment, to be honest. For a Ford,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
prices are up there around like Toyota and Honda, and I don't think they're quite on the same level as quite like a Toyota Grand Highlander yet. So I'd say I'm not putting that thing in my driveway. Ford Exploder,
Well,
no thanks.
I think I sent you a message about that the other day. Unless it's the old 2002 7.3 liter turbo diesel, then maybe. But they also put that in the Ford Excursion, didn't they? When that thing goes steaming down the road, rolling coal,
That's true.
that's cool. That's a cool vehicle then. But I mean, other than that, I'm okay.
All right, it hasn't released yet. I don't know if it's going to release in 2024. There was a lot of talk. I don't know if it's going to, but the Hyundai Ioniq 7, the larger
Okay,
electric SUV.
I know what I've said about electric vehicles, and I might contradict myself a bit on this, but I think if I had to buy one, I might take an Ioniq 6. I think they look cool. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't take one because I've talked so badly about EVs, but I
No,
don't know.
take one.
I think they look all right. I think they look all
You
right.
guys, yeah,
I'd get one
you
just to
guys
put
will
it in my
learn.
front window.
Yeah, you guys will learn that I'm the largest Hyundai fanboy.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Yeah, so I'm taking it. Put all the Hyundais in my front yard. Put them all in my front yard.
You should just move to South Korea, I think.
I really should. I really should. Kia EV3, little tiny. It's an EV, so he's gonna say no.
Yeah.
All right, here's something that he
Okay.
might say yes. Land Rover Defender Octa. Don't know what the heck Octa means. All I
What the
know
heck?
is that it starts at 160,000 pounds.
Yeah, you see, I don't, no, I don't. I think you might be wrong on this one because I do not like Land Rovers. I did not like the new Defender. My brother-in-law just bought a new Land Rover. I don't know which one it is. I can't remember. It might be the Sport or something. Yeah, they're nice. They're pretty. They're comfortable. It's like driving your living room somewhere. But
I'm okay with that.
well, yeah, you would say that after what you bought, but you know. But yeah, I don't know, man. Especially over here at the moment, they are the most stolen car on the road. I'm gonna have to say no to a Land Rover.
So you could put it in your driveway and have it be at someone else's driveway the next day.
Yeah, yeah, I could do. That's a lot of
Okay, I
money to
gotta fire
lose
these.
in
I gotta
one
fire
night.
these things off quicker. Lotus Amiya.
Okay, go on, go on. Don't know much about it. Lotus. Oh, the Lotus Mia. Sorry.
Yeah, four door.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? Lots of trouble, usually serious. Yeah, sure. Cool. Go on. I'll take one.
All right, let me see if I can find anything cool. Mini Aceman.
It no. I don't like
Yeah,
minis.
didn't think so. Polestar 3.
Polestar 3, yeah, I got all horned up for a Polestar when they first released that. When it was Volvo and they had the C30, I thought that car was cool. I'm still on the Polestar bandwagon. Give me one. Don't
All
care.
right, so
I
I
don't
think I know the
care.
answer on
Say
the
what
next one. Polestar
go on.
4.
Yeah. Sign me up. Anything to do with Volvo, I'm there for it. I'm there for it. I
Nice,
don't give
nice. I
a.
love it. I love it. I love it. Porsche. Okay. Renault 5. That's already a dismiss. Subaru Forester.
You know, Subarus are. Don't know. I used to.
I hear the new Subaru Forester is getting a hybrid powertrain. I think it has a
Is
hybrid
it?
powertrain, which I think, yeah. I think it's the first time they put it on an SUV, I believe. So, yeah, hybrid
Yeah, you
powertrain.
know. Yeah. I'll take a Forester. Yeah, why not? Gives you a
Toyota Land
comfortable car.
Cruiser.
I like a Toyota. I like a Toyota. They are, yeah. I think I'd take one.
Yeah.
I'd take a, yeah, yeah. I won't go too into
Starts
depth
at
with it, but yeah, I'd
75,000
take one.
pounds, though.
Yeah, sure. If I had 75 grand, if I had enough to buy a nice car like that, why not? It's
You'll
fun
take a
being in
Land
a
Cruiser.
car.
It looks pretty good. It looks
Yeah,
pretty good. I like the couple revamps they've done to the front fascia for 2024. So I like it.
yeah.
Since you're so horned up about Toyota, what about the Toyota Prius? You
No,
can get
because
two Prius. You can get two
Could get
Prii for the same price as one Land Rover, though, or Land Cruiser.
Yeah, but I don't know, I might have to start working for Uber at that point if I drive one of those.
Yeah, you could both. You could drive one, and the missus could drive one. You could have two Prii for the same price as a Land Cruiser.
You could do, but nah, I'm all right. I'm all right. Not a big fan.
All right, Volvo XE9.
Yeah, you didn't even have to ask. The EX90? Yeah, I don't care. Who cares?
EX90. It's a big
Electric
old.
vehicle or not, I'm contradicting myself big time here, but yeah.
Is it pure electric? I don't think it.
No,
It's
I
all
think
electric. All electric. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, is
Switches
it?
to a new
Yeah, I
platform
know
and is all electric. That's okay.
their new line's coming out, so
Volvo
they're
knows
just
what's up, though. Volvo knows what's
they
up.
do. Well, they've just got rid
It's
of
a
all the
seven-seater.
diesels.
Yeah, it's a
They got all the
seven-seater, so
mixed
that's good
diesels,
for your other 4 kids that you got coming.
Oh yeah, cool.
It comes in a cool 96,000 pounds. So
Yeah, that's it. That's pocket
that's
change.
it. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Just so those are the cars, new cars that have come for 2024. Kind of cool. We got some interesting ones in there. And now we'll stop on over, continue with the 2024 train, and we'll just wrap it up talking about some of the best-selling cars of 2024. And I was looking through this list, and a couple of them surprised me. Obviously, Toyota, yada yada yada, they're on there, but a few interesting cars that are on there. I didn't know that the Subaru Outback sells so well.
Did you not?
Number
I thought
20, Subaru Outback,
is it number
126,000 units they've sold so far. This article is from October 10th, updated October
is that
10th. So
where's that? Is that worldwide or is that just
I believe it's worldwide.
North America? Okay,
100.
that's not bad though. I mean, I don't mind an Outback. They got a good name. They've been around for a while, so I mean, why not? And Subarus are pretty reliable, so I mean, I
I
don't see
know.
why they
And then
wouldn't
Subaru
make that one.
Forester. Subaru
How far
Forester is
behind?
18th on the list, 130,000 units.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, there
Yeah,
you
and then
go. I mean,
17th, the Subaru Crosstrek.
they are for the fun, family, outdoorsy type of people, you know? I think
Yeah, these
that's,
Subarus are cooking. They got 20, 18, 17 best-selling cars of 2024. That's
there you
nuts.
go.
Through three quarters.
It's not bad.
What else do we got on this list? Number 14th, Ford Exploder.
Yeah. Well,
This
Ford,
has to be the
everyone likes
U.S.,
a
right?
Ford.
This has to be U.S. Did I not read this?
I fe-
The last few years, global supply. U.S. This is U.S. This is U.S.
Oh, okay. I thought
Okay,
with
I
the
was gonna
numbers, it
say.
seemed a bit low. Seemed a bit low for a worldwide number.
Yeah, but even the U.S.
Not
They're
that I.
loving the Subies.
Mm.
Chevrolet Equinox 16, Hyundai Tucson 15, Ford Exploder, Chevrolet Trax selling well. See, this is how the American vehicles stay afloat.
Because they just get those people buying them all the time.
Yeah, they just got their own
Everyone,
people buying them. Chevrolet
everyone likes,
Equinox.
everyone likes a general maintenance vehicle.
Yeah, yeah. Nobody in their right mind's buying an Equinox, but Americans, give me one.
Well, the new Equinox looks real cool. When did they first bring that one out? I remember they
I don't
had
know
like an
about real
Olympic.
cool. I'm gonna put it up on the screen right now. I'm gonna put it up on the screen for those watching. The Equinox. I don't know if it looks real cool or not, but
I mean, compare it to like what, a 2002 Equinox or whenever they had that. They had an Olympic version of it, or a limited Olympic version. It was a sponsored vehicle by the Olympics at one point. But they at
sure.
that point they at that time they looked like poop. I didn't like them. But now
I'm
I've
with you.
seen the new one. I'm seeing the new one, and I'm like, it's not bad. I wouldn't mind one.
All right. Obviously, Toyota Corolla 11th, Honda Civic 10th, Nissan Rogue. Who knew that Nissan sold so many Rogues?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's the
They're
only car
not.
keeping Nissan afloat. I don't know how it's selling so well. Nissan needs to completely renovate their interior. It's old, it's dated. Nissan, please. I kind of like your vehicles,
I
and
want to like your
just
vehicles.
do
Yeah.
something. Just do something.
Get rid of the
You
cash
need to
cow.
rebrand.
You-
Rebrand by 2026, please. Please make it happen. A Toyota Camry, obviously, every single taxi Toyota Camry. 227,000 of them sold. And then you get into the heavy hitters. Number 7, GMC Sierra. Number
Oh yeah.
6, Ram. Number 5, Honda CRV. Number 4,
Uh,
Tesla Model Y.
is
Number
it?
3, Toyota RAV4.
Okay, yeah, I like the RAV4. They're now number
Chevrolet
one.
Silverado coming in at number 2, 400,000 units of them sold.
A
Then
lot.
what's number 1? Number 1 selling vehicle in the United States of America
Are you asking
for
me?
the 48th consecutive year.
Oh. Is it the Ford F-150?
It is the Ford F Series. Mostly F-150s, but yeah.
Oh, look at that. Or is
They have sold 130,000 more units than the Chevrolet Silverado, and Silverado's at second. That's ridiculous.
Man, what is Ford doing? They're doing something right. Everyone
So there
talks
you go.
so
So,
much crap about them.
well, yeah, they just got their built Ford tough, and then
Yeah,
immediately
that's
to the dealership with a problem. But yeah, 48th consecutive year. If somehow, I don't know, over the next 2 months, the Silverado sells 600 million units, then the Ford will secure that spot. But that's insane. So anyone worldwide wondering, geez, how does Ford stay in business? Trust me, I was asking the same thing. The Ford F-150 is the answer, really. Just keep on producing those suckers. Freaking Gary, Larry, Bill, just using their wrenches, putting together those F-150s. Nothing against Gary, Larry's, and Bills, but I'm just saying.
well, I think it's yeah. Don't know. I don't know what I was gonna say there, but yeah, they're. I'd buy a big truck if I could as well.
Yeah, but you're not buying a big truck in the UK, let me tell you that.
You might do, might do. You can drive
No,
it in,
I don't
you
think
can
you
drive
are.
it a few places.
You can drive it a few places, yeah, until you have to turn
Yeah.
around.
Okay, go that way. Okay, go that way.
So we went through a big list. If you're listening on YouTube, I'm going to put the links to these articles in the description down below. So please take a look at the cars from 2024. I want to know which one is your favorite, which one you're getting, or if there's any cars that you're excited for. Let us know in the comments. I think that we covered a lot today. We talked about the GT3, F80. That's what it's called, right? The F80.
Yeah.
I'm so bad with cars that have numbers in their names.
Oh, this. Yeah.
Like you asked me about a
If I-
Mercedes, no idea, man. Absolutely no clue.
They use
Unless it's a
utilize
G-Wagon, that's the only one I know.
every letter in the alphabet's used for their cars now.
Oh my goodness, it's crazy. They couldn't, those guys couldn't have sat down in a boardroom and thought of a more confusing naming convention for their vehicles.
GLA, GLC, GLB, GLA.
CEGFU.
Yeah, B550.
Okay, settle down.
Cool.
All right, we're going to wrap it up there, I think. Just over an hour. I think that's a good amount of time. As always, this is our first episode, so it's not always, but this will be what we ask always at the end. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on whatever podcast platform you're listening to, and yeah, hit us up, Twitter, whatever it is, Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is. Find us, let us know what you think, and if there's any topics that you want us to cover, let us know. We'll be hitting them up. We can see you again in the next couple weeks where we bring some more news for you. You got any final thoughts?
No, that's about it for me. I don't have anything else.
No thoughts. That's it for me. Love it. Love it. All right. Until next time, take it easy. Enjoy your cars, and we'll chat very, very soon.